guys, how are you doing there? It's interesting to meet you again. It's been such a long time. I'm so sorry, I've been so busy, but I'm glad that I have got this opportunity to connect with you once again. And today's topic is very interesting, very current, and I know you will like it as much as I like it. And it is about fight against coronavirus pandemic. Boost your immune system. And in the effort to boost our immune system, we are looking at two important nutrients. One, vitamin C, and two, zinc. These two nutrients are very instrumental in boosting the immune system. So we are going to have a very simple demonstration here, how we can make a concoction, I will call it concoction or juice or whatever you want to call it, that is rich in vitamin C, rich in zinc, that we can take, and we will be sure that we are doing something to boost our immune system in the effort to fight coronavirus. I welcome you to stay tuned until the end. Thank you for your time and stay on board. So the first nutrient is vitamin C, and I'm drawing my discussion from research by Carr and Magini 2017. Vitamin C is also known as ascorbic acid. Number one of its function is that it supports epithelial barrier function against pathogens. In other words, it supports the inner lining that surrounds tissues, organs, and cells against attack from pathogens. It also promotes the oxidant scavenging activity of the skin, thus protecting against environmental oxidative stress. The body has got its own way of destroying any microorganisms, harmful microorganisms around the skin. So vitamin C enables the skin to be able to dismantle or destroy pathogens that are around the skin. Vitamin C also accumulates in phagocytes, hence accelerating phagocytosis and consequently microbial killing. In other words, vitamin C accumulates in the cells that fight harmful microorganisms and enables these phagocytes to kill the microorganisms. It is also involved in clearing used phagocytes, hence preventing tissue damage. When these phagocytes have been involved in destroying harmful microorganisms, vitamin C is also responsible for clearing them out of the body so that to avoid damage. Vitamin C deficiency results into compromised immune system, and this makes one vulnerable to infection. If you do not have enough vitamin C, then you are at risk of getting infections. And infections, on the other hand, makes even the level of vitamin C to reduce further because of the enhanced inflammation and increased metabolic requirements due to the disease or infection. So what are the sources of vitamin C? One is citrus fruits such as lemon, orange, pineapple, among others. Two is green leafy vegetables such as spinach, kales, pumpkin leaves, African nightshade, among any other green leafy vegetable, even amaranth leaves. Then we have fortified foods. These are foods that have been added vitamin C at the processing level. Then we have other food items like garlic, ginger, pepper, among others. What are our daily requirement for vitamin C? We need about 100 to 200 milligram per day. And this can go even above this because the tolerable upper limit is actually 2,000 milligram per day. But for a normal requirement, it's 100 to 200 milligram per day. So if you take citrus fruits, if you take green leafy vegetables, if you take fortified foods, that is foods that have been added on vitamin C during processing, that means when you go to the supermarket to buy your rice or to buy your maize flour or something, see if it has been fortified with vitamin C. If you use garlic, ginger, or pepper, among others, then you are okay that you are taking adequate vitamin C, and therefore this vitamin C will be able to perform these functions that I have stated above. The the second nutrient is zinc, and we are drawing our discussion from research by Holland and Barre 2021. Zinc is an essential mineral that works as a cofactor to enzymes that break down proteins in viruses and bacteria, thus reducing their ability to spread. In other words, zinc activates the enzymes that destroys the proteins in viruses and bacteria, and this makes these viruses and bacteria unable to spread because their proteins have been destroyed. Zinc also activates cells that are responsible for fighting infections, that is phagocytes. And then zinc overloads microbes such as E. coli and consequently killing them. Zinc overloads harmful microorganisms that invade our body. And once these microorganisms such as Escherichia coli have been overloaded, then they are killed. Lastly, zinc reduces inflammation, which could otherwise predispose individuals to conditions such as cardiovascular diseases. There are some facts that have been found out regarding zinc, and the first one is that zinc accelerates recovery from cold by 70%. In other words, if you are taking foods that are rich in zinc, your ability to recover from cold is 70% higher than if you did not take zinc or if you didn't have zinc in your body. Second, high zinc dose cuts duration of nasal discharge by 34%. Nasal discharge can be even mucus. So zinc reduces nasal discharge by 34%. It reduces nasal congestion by 37%. That feeling that you, like the nose is so congested or heavy when you have a cold, then zinc reduces that nasal congestion by 37%. Zinc reduces scratchy throat by 33%. There are times you have a cold and you feel like you want to scratch inside your throat. Zinc reduces such a feeling by 33%. And lastly, zinc reduces cough by 46%. These are facts that have been researched on and have been found with concrete evidence. Sources of zinc include fortified cereals. When I say cereals, are things like maize, flour, rice, spaghetti, wheat, among others. You can find those that have been fortified with zinc. Then nuts, such as cashew nuts, pumpkin seeds, almonds, red meat, poultry, seafood, such as oysters, among others. These are just but few examples, but we have so broad sources of zinc. Requirement of zinc for children is 3 milligrams per day, while for adult women is 8 milligrams per day, and for men is 11 milligrams per day. Do not be concerned exactly by the quantities. What you should be concerned is, have I taken these foods that are rich in zinc and in the rightful quantities? Like in every meal, in breakfast, did I take a food that is rich in zinc? For lunch, did I take a food that is rich in zinc? For supper, did I take a food that is rich in zinc? If you can be able to say that, yes, I have taken meals which had items that represent zinc, then you can be sure that you have achieved the requirements of zinc per day, and that then these functions that we have listed here, they will be effectively performed in the body because you have taken adequate amounts of zinc. So as I promised you that we are going to have a simple demonstration on how we can make a juice that is rich in zinc, rich in vitamin C and other phytochemicals that will help you boost your immune system. So today we are going to use 3 main food ingredients. The first one is lemon, the second one is ginger, and the third one is garlic. We are going to make a juice from these 3 that we can take and make sure that our immune system is well boosted. So these ones here, I've already cleaned them. I'm going to use them for the demonstration. Stay tuned. So here are the ingredients. garlic has been chopped into pieces, same to ginger, and the lemon has been cut into two. So we are going to put it into a container and then pour water into it and cover for some few minutes to allow them extract the nutrients. So this is ginger. I will just put in this mug. If you don't have this mug, you can use any clean container that you have. It can even be a kettle or a jug. You can put in any container you can get at home. This is garlic. I'm now putting here in my mug. Then I am not touching the lemons yet. So here in the mug we only have ginger and garlic. Then this is hot water. It has been boiled. So I pour my water into the mug that is containing ginger and garlic. So you can see the water is very hot, and then I cover it for 10 minutes or so, 5 to 10 minutes. So it's now 8 minutes. Our juice is ready. So I'm just going to sieve it into this glass, and then it will be ready for taking. Wow, the flavor is so strong, guys, so amazing. So this is our juice. So what I'm going to do, the last bit of it now, is to take the lemon and squeeze it in, as you can see. And don't mind about the seeds, they will just settle at the bottom. Then you will remove them when you'll be taking it. So this is our juice made of ginger, garlic and lemon, and it's very ready for taking. If you are preparing it for children, I know they could be very sensitive with the taste or flavor. You could add maybe a small piece of a piece of maybe a few granules of sugar or honey, just to reduce the strong flavor. But if it's for adults, you can just take it like that. If you can take such a glass in the morning, such a glass at lunchtime, if possible, or such a glass at evening, at least 2 per day, then you can be sure that you have taken adequate amount of vitamin C, zinc and other phytochemicals that are important for boosting the immune system. We have come to the end of today's presentation. Once again, I really appreciate your time. I appreciate your attention. I appreciate your comments, your subscription, your encouragement on this platform. I could not do it without you, and so I am so glad to have you on board. Thank you so much. Until next time, shalom.